Hi friends. It seems like every day someone's asking me, how can I continue exercising if I have this injury to my leg, foot, knee, hip, you name it. So they have one leg that is out of commission for whatever reason, could be surgery or an injury, knee replacement, fracture, any of the above. But they want to continue moving because they feel like they're going to lose their momentum. Well, here's going to be a simple setup of different things that you can do. And we're just going to assume that we're just really not using one leg, but we're going to try to use as much as we can for everything else. As always, make sure that activity is cleared and safe for you by your physician. And we're going to target the other 3 extremities that we still have. I'm using an exercise band and some small weights. And I'll give you options to do these things sitting or standing, depending on what your issue may be. So starting with a relatively strong resistance band, you can do pulling apart. I'll let you keep track of all these exercises. So these would be pull aparts. We can pull up one side at a time. Both sides, so working shoulders. These are straight out of Bone Fit training, people. We can absolutely do these. We can take this band, put it behind our back, depending on how much resistance you want. Sit up nice and tall, press straight ahead. Chest press or shoulder press using your resistance band. Now, we have one leg that maybe we're not using, but we can use the other leg. Set that leg out. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Let's do a row, pulling straight back. Great. You could do bicep curls. Super. You can do tricep presses. So I'm going to wrap this band around my chest. I'm going to have a short, about 6 inches in between my hands. And I'm going to press with the other side. I'm working on my tricep. Be sure to do both sides. Be sure that hand is anchored on your chest. Great. You can have hands folded across your chest, lean back with a straight spine till your core turns on. Sit back up to straight. So we're not rounding the back at all. I'm hinging at the hips, leaning back. Hold. We have all this nice tension here. Up to tall. So just little lean backs for core exercise. With your unaffected leg, you can do knee extensions. The longer you hold it, the harder it is. So you can see if you can do 5-second holds or 10-second holds, tightening that thigh muscle. Even though it's maybe not be as intense as you normally do, it's still very effective. Okay, so I have some small weights sitting up nice and tall. I would prefer if you were standing for these, but if you're not safe standing, if your balance isn't good, don't have them too heavy. Make sure they're easy to reach, okay? So that you're not having to bend over and reach for the weights. Put them at a table or desk beside you, and you can do bicep curls. And you can do several repetitions if you're going with lighter weights. You can do shoulder presses. Again, working the repetitions to meet the challenge that you can do safely within your existing limits. You could also, if you're able to stand, do tricep kickbacks. We can come up to a countertop. Say we don't have weight on one leg, that's just fine. We can do countertop push-ups. We can hold a countertop plank. If that other leg moves, we can just move it back and forth if it's not a hip or knee injury. You can do up and down on the heel of the leg that's still working fine. If you are able to stand and anchor your bands in the door, you're just not putting a lot of weight, you're not doing squats and things like that, that's fine. You can do rows, pulling straight back. You can do W's, you can do T's. So you can do pull downs. So W's, rows, T's, pull downs. All of those things are still options for you, even if you're really not doing one leg. As long as you can stand and balance reasonably safely, those are things that you can attempt to do to keep yourself going and active. Give it an every other day attempt. Give yourself credit, let yourself recover, and absolutely let your doctor know what you're doing.